So, looks like they're making another Smurfs movie, and it looks like the star is gonna be Rhianna, Riri herself. And they just announced a new trailer February 6th, and honestly, it don't look that bad. Hear me out. Because this time we're getting a new studio behind the Smurfs project. Sony was behind the previous Smurfs movies that animated the live action ones. We don't talk about the live action ones, but it turns out that Paramount Studios is taking a crack at the Smurfs franchise. And then I'm just reading right now, Rhianna is producing it out of all people. You know what? You go, Riri. I want that like tra tra tra. And then Nickelodeon is also a part of this project because Paramount and Nickelodeon have a partnership, so it doesn't look that bad, to be honest, when you think about it. The Smurfs have been around for decades, no character change whatsoever. We noticed them. They're classic characters. And I don't know about this new design though. This new design, it gives me a little cartoony vibe, which I like, that going back to the animated route and more traditional cartoons, like a 2D animation kind of, but not really. It's still 3D animation, but it gives me more of a Into the Spider-Verse cartoon vibe, if you know what I mean. Also, it kind of gives me a little bit of the Super Mario Bros. Wonder game. I don't know why that was my first thought, but immediately when I saw that design of the characters for the Smurfs, I just thought of that, so bear with me. But I would rather have these animated characters loving fun rather than the freaking live action version skin tone blue. Let's just say that was not my favorite adaptation of the Smurfs. I like the cartoony vibe. I mean, it's been a while since we heard of the Smurf name, and it looks like they're not going anywhere anytime soon. They're establishing not just one movie. We're talking about multiple movies, a franchise. They're going for the trilogy. I mean, we're still waiting on the Smurfs 3 live action, but we're never getting that one, so let's rebrand the whole thing, I guess. When it comes to the Smurfs, there's only so much that you could do. Little blue men and women living in their own world, and then suddenly they have to end up in the big city with actual humans, and them interacting with random humans that live a normal life, and now all of a sudden the Smurfs gotta ruin their life so they can finally go back home. And of course, you gotta get chased by an evil guy, evil Gargamel, that guy. I mean, that's basically it for this new movie. Because for this new Smurfs movie, we're getting a lot of cast changes. Smurfette is going to be played by Rhianna. Because previously, Katy Perry voiced Smurfette. I think there's a trend going on. Any artist could play Smurfette. Lady Gaga, you're next. Billie Eilish, you're next. Sabrina Carpenter, I think you're next up for playing the live action Smurfette. But all jokes aside, Rhianna starring as Smurfette, and she's going to bring brand new original songs. Somehow, DJ Khaled and Cardi B is going to be in this new project too. Ah yes, we love a new song by DJ Khaled. It's going to be called Higher Love by Desi Trill, featuring DJ Khaled, Cardi B, Natania, and Subi. One thing I gotta mention, Rhianna, you over here doing the Smurf movie, introducing new music, but you can't drop that album? See, you also may know me as Blockbusterguyy, but I'm also good at music too. Maybe that's another channel idea. Who knows? Later on, future, maybe. There's also another person that's been adding to the cast, and that's none other than James Corden himself. I was just not expecting that. I'm sorry. I'm just like, right now I'm smiling right now, so you can't really tell, but I'm smiling right now. I'm cheesing. But no, the thing is that James Corden, he's been in a lot of animated films, Trolls, Emoji Movie, etc. Now we got the Smurfs movie to add onto that resume. We also got to talk about who's the director of this movie. Like, this is the Smurfs re-adaptation for the 3rd time, 4th time. How many times? It's actually Chris Miller, to be honest. And not the one that directed Caught It with a Chance of Meatballs, Spider-Man, Lego Movie, Should I Continue? It's actually a different guy named Chris Miller. But this Chris Miller was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. He also directed Puss in Boots, The Three Diablos, Penguins of Madagascar, and Shrek the Third. I mean, don't get me wrong, no hate to Chris Miller. He did direct some good DreamWorks movies, but they weren't the best, of course. We got the sequels that were better, such as Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and Shrek the Third just didn't hit the same as the other ones. I think it was the weakest in the franchise. Don't hate the messenger, I'm just reading what the report is saying. So this new Smurfs movie directed by Chris Miller could be a hit or miss. At the end of the day, it's the public's opinion that matters, whether or not they're gonna make a second one and a third one, since they're considering a whole franchise a trilogy, which is crazy. And speaking of crazy, you just made it through the halfway point of this video. I want to appreciate it. Love you. Have a good day. How's your day been? Trying to upload more on this channel. There's a lot going on, but you know I gotta keep it going for you guys, so just hit that subscribe button and yeah, continue with the Smurfs. Love you all. Is the Smurfs gonna be the next Sonic movie that could save Paramount? No, I don't think so. Or I could be wrong. It could actually blow me away with this new animation, I guess, because in 2024 Paramount blew us away with Transformers 1, and everyone thought thought we were gonna get a sequel to that movie, but it looks like we're not because Hasbro pulled the plug. So everyone was wondering what is the next movie that could save Paramount from the next animation movie being one of the best. And rebooting the Smurfs was the option that everyone chose. So is that a good one? I don't know. Maybe that nostalgia factor will kick in once I watch the movie. I feel like that's what Paramount is trying to pull us right here with the whole nostalgia factor. We had Transformers, now we're getting the Smurfs, the whole 80s idea. Yes, I know the Smurfs was made back in the 1950s, but it really gained popular in the 1980s, so bear with me. These franchises are over 40, 50 years old, which is crazy to even say. And with this new generation, is it safe to say that the Smurfs are done for and they could revive it with this movie? Would anyone even care that the Smurfs got a reboot? I've seen it on the internet. A lot of people are just skeptical whether or not this is going to be good to watch. Me, as a fan of the previous Smurfs movies, I know they weren't the best, but they were still fun to watch. This new Smurfs movie starring Rhianna could go either way at this point. Also, we got to consider the fact that July is a big month for movies. We're talking Fantastic Four, we're talking Superman, and now on July 18th, the Smurfs are competing. I just realized it's like a whole reboot of a reboot of a reboot. We're rebooting Superman, we're rebooting the Fantastic Four, and now we're rebooting the Smurfs. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna see every one of these movies with pride and joy. The thing about the new Smurfs movie is that you could have the best actress in the world that plays Smurfette, like Rhianna. She's very popular. You could have a brand new soundtrack with DJ Khaled, Cardi B's gonna be in. It's just based off the public's opinion whether or not they care for the Smurfs anymore, or at least bring a brand new story coming to life again. Like, no more live action with the animated. I'm tired of that, and a lot of people are too. They just wish that they could actually enjoy a original movie. The fact is that people thought that this was AI at first. I mean, I kind of get it, but also animation does look kind of clean. So the real question is it a compliment or is it a diss? One thing that you know about the Smurfs is, oh yes, they're blue. Yes, you know Smurfette, Papa Smurf, Clumsy Smurf, all that. The real question is, do you know the theme song for the Smurfs? The tra la 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 la. I really gotta stop singing theme songs, I swear. The Smurfs financially wise, okay, in 2011 the live action one made 563 million. Smurfs 2 made 347 million, but Smurfs and the Magic Flute 19 million. And then you have the last one that came out in 2017, Smurfs The Lost Village, made over 197 million. So the Smurf is $1 billion company or franchise. It took 4 movies, but you know what? It's okay. And I think Paramount is trying to do a little copy and paste, but it's the reverse order. We're gonna have a trilogy of the animated versions into the live action movies. Then we're gonna get the live action Smurfs movie again. Then we're gonna get a spin-off movie on Gargamel and why he's so evil. You think I'm playing, but this is probably actually in talks right now as we speak. Are you really trying to watch a live action Gargamel remake? Look, I'm excited for this new Smurfs project by Paramount. It's a new studio. Maybe they could give a new taste of the Smurfs that sounded better in my head, I swear. And they could take it to the next level, making new jokes, probably creating some relevant jokes. They tried initiating that in the new trailer with influencer Smurf. I mean, I get it kinda, but not really. I think that Paramount has a lot of stuff up their sleeves that they could pull out with this new trailer. It's probably going to be shown in the Super Bowl as a 30 seconds, so the promotion for this is going to be a big one, because you know how much 30 seconds for a Super Bowl ad costs? $8 million. It seems like Paramount has a lot of faith in the Smurfs, and I feel like we should too then. That's all I got basically on the Smurf knowledge. I'm Smurfed out, Smurfed done, Smurfed over. You let me know in the comments below, are you excited for another Smurf movie and Rhianna starring in it? So are you excited for that too? I'm just saying, Rhianna, that album better be dropping before the Smurfs comes out, or else we're gonna have a problem. But other than that, I'm Blockbuster Guy. I hope you have a good one and take care.